Now, in order to give you a very clear picture, I will go back to its beginning and then bring you down to the present, today's status of that plot, the Illuminati.
This same situation destroyed civilization after civilization. Worldwide. Further evidence in much detail on the operations of a worldwide international terrorist network. Which has been functioning since 1969. They are an organized alliance with roots in Asia, the Middle East, Western Europe, Latin America, and the USA. Network's ideological cement is mixed from Marx and Mao with proclaimed goals of world revolution. World revolution. To be attained through a worldwide war of terror against the advanced states in attempts undermine their normal way of life. And
at the center, usually depicted as the all-seeing eye, there is a tiny group in complete control, with one man as the undisputed leader. Next comes a circle of secondary leadership that for the most part is completely unaware of an inner core. They are led to believe that they are the innermost ring. In time, as these conspiracies are built from the center out, they form additional rings of organization. Those in the outer echelons usually are poor idealistic souls with an honest desire to improve the world. They never suspect an inner control for sinister purposes. And only those few who demonstrate a ruthless capacity for higher leadership are ever allowed to see it.
Are you a member of any secret organizations?
Well, you got me there, Art. I'm a Shriner.
almost here.
What is at stake is more than one small country. It is a big idea, a new world order. World order. New world order. New world order.
Most of us are prone to assume that because we have always known freedom, that we and our children and our children's children will always continue to enjoy it.
That is the emotion upon which the conspirators depend for the success of their satanic plot.
The media. How many of you really believe that the media tells you the truth? The media. How many of you really believe that the media tells you the truth? They lie.
IBM, solutions for a small planet.
at your pump, and it automatically bills your credit card of choice. Don't you wish you could pay for everything that fast?
Now things are about to get out of hand. And for people like these, an incredible weapon has been created. Power of a computer in the palm of your hand. But two riddles. Here's the first.
Never forget to see travelers. It only destroys as fire does. In time, truth is colder than the way things are. Chilling, isn't it? Can you conceive through that ashen shroud of hope? Where those enchanted embers may lead one. Go on, look, can you see there beyond sense? Pity for its path broods in the shadows of dusk's very air. About it breathes of another origin within, perhaps. And yes, he's near here. I can feel the thick stifling of imminence, but primal fear grows thin as light. You must understand, I've heard a lifetime of its likeness. He wanders cessation, bearing only the burden of stagnance. Thriving atop a carnage, long forgotten, lives death. In those serpentine eyes, aslant with all disregard for procreation. Bedlam's touch was never as damning, for he and his hand are evolution as it rots the splendor born of Genesis. Hey yo, bitch, chill. What is this, freak? What are you? Is that tongues? Are you dyslexic? Turn around. What? Get you out of your ass. Yeah, all right. Up, get upright. Come on. What are you thinking? What are you? Are you really serious? Wait. Whoa, watch out for that. Retina scan. No, wait. Have some sterilized nuts and socially secure barcode in a can. Look, my paranoid will void of a walking ham. You don't seem to understand. There is no one all oppressive, indivisible man with his callous mind melding invisible hand, which when cock can forge countless mass castrating master plans. Crab dislodge your oblong and from the sand. Suppression is all inclusive and no egotistical human being birthed with beast included stands any more or less putrid than the next plan. Penetration vex, hate monger intrusive unto all that lets live around it. So conduce chimp and realize you're surrounded merely by what you perceive. As for the proverbial king of the mountains, it's a subconscious offshoot of regal fantasy. It's not all that uncommon to our species, even if we do dispose of our own feces. That's about all we got next to an articulated thumb and forefinger. Is it not? Let it linger. Assuming I've captured the inner workings of your lock on self-affliction. You've had a bit too much television to drink and think. You and logic just ain't in sync. Shit is pillar of fires lodged in religion, fraternity, and instinct. You just lack the vision to link two and two together. The elementary's not forever. Come on, push the button, pull the lever, open your mind and brave the weather. The lines of life are yours to sever, or men for the only non-make pretend captor of men is what we don't possess, which is price, love, and colorless. Extend self through your duress, his darkest power and crest, of which you so fondly profess, are mere secluded pastures of an unexplored oneness.
I don't know how you came by this record, but you are now embarked upon a journey that must certainly lead you to change your life forever. If you were never a special person, you are a special person now. Hello, Seeker. Now don't feel alone here in the New Age, because there's a Seeker born every minute.
That's right, it's divide and conquer. That is one of the tools that they use against us. The more factions they can divide us up into so that we fight and bicker at each other, the easier it is for them to go about their business of manipulating us right into wherever pocket they want us to be manipulated into. And we don't even know what's happening.
Realize that before you can do anywhere, you need this fellow on the other side of the fence. And before I can get anywhere, I need this fellow on this side of the fence.
Babylon is abundantly productive. Then, at that moment,
this deception and trickery. I admit it. I admit it. I was taken in too by clever fakes like this. Gas music from Jupiter indeed. I've been up all night. I've got the real story for you up to now. Proof and everything. We've got to start protecting ourselves.
attention. Seekers everywhere. I was right. Everything I knew was wrong.
You see where they've gone? They're playing with the universe. They're playing with the solar system. But they have no conception and no way to measure what the amount of energy that's going to flow out from that light off is going to do to the rest of the planets in the solar system.
Questions been asked and kicked around for at least a century among scientists, and most what I'd call hard-nosed scientists say, of course not. It's obviously absurd. If there were such a thing, we wouldn't be surrounded with such mystery.
Everything you know is wrong. Hello, seekers. Here we go again. And hello, especially to the skeptic inside you who might still believe.
1776 by Adam Weishaupt, a professor at Ingolstadt University. The Illuminati was formally incorporated into the Masonic lodges at the Congress of Wilhelmsbad in 1780. Here then was the classic pattern of political conspiracy throughout all history.
To us because it would set us free from them. And whoever controls energy controls the people who need the energy.
We're not crazy, folks. We're not crazy, folks. The reason you're not hearing this kind of truth on the media in general is because the media is controlled. What it essentially amounts to here is that all the top media officials are members of these clubs, Council on Foreign Relations, Trilateral Commission, Bilderbergers, and so on, whose goal is to bring about this new world order. And the reason you're not hearing about this truth that we're showing you today is that the media is controlled. And if you think that's silly, then you just don't have your eyes open, and that's why we're here today, to help you open your eyes to see the truth.
Is this it? The end of civilization? Are we prepared? Well, I hope so. Here's the official stolen government training film of the secret plan.
Into our hands or foreheads as a means to track, control, and identify us, and will also be used to make our purchases and scan it.
Well, they've already put the program in Los Angeles. In fact, a trilateralist named Mayor Bradley, Uncle Tom Bradley, was responsible for putting this in dogs.
Right.
And your children will be considered like animals. Like animals.
Nuit coeptus, novas odos seclorum. New order of the world. Novas odos seclorum. New order of the world. On the back of the American dime today, anyone can look at the back of the dime and see the torch of illumination. It is the torch of the Illuminati. The world. Nuit coeptus, novas odos seclorum.
people became too tolerant, dictatorships took over, and all freedom was crushed.
You're going to get exactly what you deserve. You're going to be slaves. You're going to be slaves. You're going to be slaves in the New World Order. In the New World Order. You're going to get the shaft in the New World Order. In the New World Order. You're going to get the shaft in the New World Order. You're going to get exactly what you deserve. Exactly what you deserve. You're going to be slaves. You're going to be slaves. You're going to be slaves in the New World Order. You're going to be slaves. You're going to be slaves. You're going to be slaves in the New World Order. Get the shaft in the New World Order. In the New World Order. You're going to get the shaft in the New World Order. You're going to get exactly what you deserve. You're going to be slaves. You're going to be slaves. You're going to be slaves in the New World Order. You're going to be slaves. You're going to be slaves. You're going to be slaves in the New World Order. In the New World Order. You're going to get the shaft in the New World Order.
really be anything worse than what is on the way?
Chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders. New world order. We have a real chance at this new world order. New world order.
Over 2 centuries ago, the founders of America knew all too well about conspiracies. That's because they themselves had been conspirators. Is in danger of becoming merely a province in a new world order.
They're a powerful, powerful group of people, and they make decisions behind closed and locked doors that affect the lives of every American, you and me, and many of the people on this earth.
Its membership is not only comprised of financial giants like David Rockefeller, but also politicians like President Clinton and former Presidents Bush and Carter.
Trilateralism refers to the Trilateral Commission, which was organized in 1973 by David Rockefeller and many other people. And it basically has to do with the management of the entire globe, the management of the world economy in the interest of global corporations and banks. There are people who are used to treating the world as their labor force and market and everything else. They feel perfectly comfortable making decisions that affect thousands, tens of thousands, millions of people, that affect not just one country but many countries. It's how they operate.
Whether this story be true or not, It is historically certain.
The how and the who is just scenery for the public. Keeps them guessing like some kind of parlor game, prevents them from asking the most important question, why? Why? The how and the who is just scenery for the public. Keeps them guessing like some kind of parlor game, prevents them from asking the most important question, why? Why?
You sit back and watch for the bullshit. Cause you know what's coming.
Here's Earl. Here's This Earth is now an explosive globe of disorder. Rough, flagrant fires of chaos are smothered. Only to flare up again. Watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour. The year 2000, next year, the next month, next week, tomorrow, today.
We interrupt this program with a special bulletin. America is now under martial law. All constitutional rights have been suspended. Anyone caught outside the gates of their subdivision sectors after curfew will be shot. Remain calm. Do not panic. Your neighborhood watch officer will be by to collect urine samples in the morning. Anyone caught interfering with the collection of urine samples will be shot. Stay in your home. Remain calm. The number one enemy of progress is questions. National security is more important than individual will. All sports broadcasts will proceed as normal. No more than 2 people may gather anywhere without permission. Use only the drugs prescribed by your boss or supervisor. Shut up! Be happy! Obey all orders without question. The comfort you've demanded is now mandatory. Be happy. At last, everything is done for you.
Those who control the masses care not for the lives of innocent men, women, and children.
Death to the New World Order. 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 Death to the New World Order.